Hey guys, welcome. Thank you for joining me here today on our Fat Loss Fast video series. Today we are talking about adherence, and this is probably the number 1 factor in not just fat loss, but making sure you maintain your fat loss over the course of time. Like 95 to 97% of all diets fail long term, okay? So this video is key to long-term fat loss. Grab a pen and paper, take some notes here because you're going to need to. Okay, so today we're talking about adherence, and I don't care what diet you're on. I don't care if you're on a high-fat diet, a high-carb diet, paleo diet, vegan diet, Bernstein diet, South Beach diet. I don't care. The best diet is the one that you adhere to. Obviously, I'm not saying go have junk food and that's all you eat, and say Nate said it's okay because I'm adhering to my junk food diet. No, use your head. Okay, so I want to make sure that that's clear. But I really don't care. We're all biochemically unique. We're all individuals. So there's 8 billion diets for 8 billion people here. That's a Julie Danila comment or quote. And today we're talking about how to stack the deck in your favor. How we're going to create these necessary skills and behaviors and habits here, so you have this toolkit for long-term success. Okay, willpower is great. I talk about willpower and skill power a lot. This is something I got from Dr. David Katz. Willpower gets you up off the couch and it gets you moving. But skill power, like I said, the habits and the behaviors and the skills are what is going to take you long-term and being successful long-term. Okay, so let's get into this. First things first. Hey, if you have over 20 pounds to lose, okay, so you're obese or 20 pounds overweight, you don't need to count calories. That's going to be in our second video coming up, but right now you don't need to count calories. And some of you who may be 20 pounds or less overweight, you may not need to count calories right away either, okay? So, stay tuned, pay attention, and the reason being is because if you just take out, let's say, liquid calories, so things like soda, alcohol, specialty coffees, okay, lattes and things like that are loaded with whipped cream and whatnot, and juices, okay? These are all high-calorie liquids that you really don't need, and chances are you need to drink more water anyway. So if you can replace these liquids with water, teas, even coffee, okay, depending if you're a slow or fast metabolizer of that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're having trouble sleeping at night and you drink coffee during the day, maybe try to limit it to 1 and try to keep that in the morning and see how you sleep. Okay, that's a little tip here. But getting back to adherence, liquid calories, if you cut those out, chances are you're going to lose a lot of body weight, more specifically body fat, because you're not going to be over-consuming now, and that's basically what leads to becoming overweight. Okay, so we're going to talk about other things here. Whole foods. If you guys can follow an 80-20 rule here, and what I'm talking about here is when you go to the grocery store, if 80% of the foods you buy are whole foods, okay, that are located on the outskirts of the grocery store, and out of that 20%, or the remaining 20% are more processed foods, with 10% of the 20, okay, being all-out junk food. I'm allowing you to have junk food. Yes, I know. You're going to be fine, okay? If you can, cut that 10% down to 5%, even better, okay? And if you can cut the 5% to 0, so it's just 20% processed food, and you're happy, I'd love for that to happen. But if you're not happy and you find yourself binging, you know what? Bring the 5%, bring the 10% in, so it allows you to have some highly palatable food that you enjoy, okay? And that way it allows you to stay on your diet longer. And like I said, over the long term, that's what we're really concerned about. Okay, so we got eat whole foods, 80-20 rule. We got taking away the liquid calories from our diet. With that 80-20, chances are you're going to be having to cook more because you have all this whole food, stored in your refrigerator. You have to cook more. If you can cook more meals, you're going to monitor your salt intake, your fat intake. When I say fat, I don't mean healthy fats. I'm talking about trans fats and things like that, which when you go to restaurants, your chances are you're going to get more trans fats. You're going to get the lower quality cooking oils as well. So if you're at home, you can cook with lard and butter and coconut oil and sesame oil and if you're baking, maybe some olive oil and things like that, as opposed to the high toxicity oils like canola oil and soybean oil and things like that. But that's a video for another day. So by cooking at home, you are controlling more of the factors that when you're out to eat, you just don't have that control. Okay. If you're cooking, cook a lot more. That way you can put extra meals in the freezer. So you have things like, say, if you're cooking on a Sunday, when you come home from work on a Wednesday, you have meals in the freezer that you can, pop in the microwave or the oven. I prefer the oven, but that's fine. Microwaves are fine. As long as you're not cooking your meal in the microwave, I'm happy. Okay, so you can put those in the microwave or the oven, and that's going to take the place of you snacking while you're trying to prepare something, or snacking while you're waiting for the pizza or the Chinese delivery guy to show up with your food. Okay, so this is a huge one. As always, make sure you're prepared. Putting frozen meals in the freezer, help yourself out that way. Making things like casseroles and chilies, even like pastas and things like that, things that you can, or pasta sauce, sorry, things that you can freeze that, makes mealtime like 20 minutes or less. That's huge. Chances are you're going to stay on point of your diet if that happens, okay? Some other things here. Let's talk about, we kind of briefly mentioned palatable foods, and these are things, like I said, are high sugar, high salt, high fat. So if you can eliminate the processed foods, chances are that's going to kind of go out the window already. Not that I don't want you to have things that taste good. Yes, you can definitely cook things that taste good. You just want to try to stay away from the things that are tasting great, okay? Because chances are those aren't really going to be allowable on your diet. Those probably fall into the 20% range of your diet. So if you're consuming a lot of highly palatable foods, chances are that 80-20 is looking more like 60-40, okay? Again, it's not to say I don't want you to ever have any kind of junk food. It's just I want to make sure that your diet is 80%. The majority of your diet is whole foods. Okay, and then finally we're going to talk about. If one more I had to talk about here, I want to make sure that you guys knew. I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, diet break. Okay, so this is something I got, I think, from Lyle McDonald, and it really hit home because I let my clients have a cheat meal here and there, and very rarely do we ever do a cheat day unless I'm with a competitor who needs to do a refeed, and then we call that a little bit of a cheat day. But that's another video for another time as well. But for this one, for a cheat or a diet break, this is a little bit different than a cheat meal because this is actually taking a break from your diet for a few days, even a week, okay? For clients who I can tell are having a difficult time, who are maybe, have maybe plateaued a little bit, and before we go to calorie counting, I might have them do a diet break just for a few days, maybe a week, and really, I have them follow a few rules just so it doesn't get out of control. Things like making sure that you have your protein or adequate amount of protein on your plate and adequate amount of vegetables. And then from there, if you want to fill it up with some pizza or some wings or something like that, I don't mind. It's just that we want to make sure that we're always getting our protein, we're always getting our vegetables, and then after that, for this diet break is up to you, okay? Chances are you're not going to go crazy. You're just going to basically relax. You're going to chill the hell out, not think about what you're eating really, and enjoy yourself. One of the things I did forget to mention here, which is actually pretty important, this is something I got from Precision Nutrition, and really it's brilliant, and it's the hand model guide. So if you're 20 pounds and above your ideal body weight or your healthy body weight, this is going to help you out, okay? So for women, we're going to follow the hand model guide here with one hand. Guys, everything I say is going to be two, okay? So when I'm talking about making sure you're getting your protein in for these cheat meals or during your diet break, you're going to follow basically the palm of your hand for women and then two for men as your size of protein. For starchy carbohydrates, things like potatoes, beans, legumes, lentils, I'm missing a bunch, rice, any kind of grain more or less, starchy fruit like bananas and mangoes. You want to make sure that you are sticking to a cupped hand. So women, 1, guys will be 2. Fat, dietary fat, thumb, okay, and guys, like I said, 2. And what am I missing here? Oh, leafy greens and vegetables. Women, 1 closed fist, guys, 2 closed fists, okay? This is a great way to kind of just monitor your food without having to count your calories. Like I said, we'll get into that in our next video, but if you're 20 pounds or above, overweight, you really don't need to count your calories just yet. Follow these tips. Share these tips with your friends and family. I know they can use this. There's a lot of BS out there right now in the media of what diets to follow and vilifying different macronutrients, whether carbohydrates make you fat or fat makes you fat. None of these things make you fat unless you're really overeating. Now, fat loss is more than just calories in, calories out, but it is kind of the beginner or the primary factor once we get through adherence, okay? So our next video is going to be on just that, calories. So share this video with friends and family. Click subscribe on my YouTube channel. Visit me at nathanjackson.com. There's tons of information there, blog posts. I'm adding more weekly here. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And until next time, have a great day.